Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mori Crossing and today we're doing another speed build kind of slash let's play it turns into, you'll see what I mean. But basically I decided to do Sophie's Hat Shop from Howl's Moving Castle, which is a Ghibli movie if you don't know. And I really wanted to do it with a new house because I felt that the house would be the best way to represent Sophie's shop, and also I really wanted to do the interior of it. We did a bit of it on stream and I did most of it off stream for the insides and this part as well. So let's get right into it. So I did have to, as I said, make a new player. I called the entire account Howl just cause, and yeah, both the name of the account and also the name of my character. Here I am joining Matsukaze for the first time again. I gave myself as much of Howl's haircut as I thought I could, and I actually look pretty good in this sailor slash jeans slash whatever those shoes are outfits, don't you think? I totally forgot about the intro part and it was just so nostalgic going through this part, and I totally forgot that I can't just automatically use things. I can't just automatically upgrade my tent to a house, so I've got to get those 5,000 Nook Miles points so that I can get my first upgrade, so that I can give myself money, etc, to upgrade to the house to the second biggest size is my plan. But yeah, I guess we're gonna have to do a montage. What are you doing, Genji? I mean, he's here to cheer me on during this montage. So let's get going. Oh no. No! No! So close! My eyes! The bees! Not the bees! No! Yay! We did it! It took longer than I thought it would, honestly. But also, it wasn't too bad. And it was quite fun, like, going back to how it used to be. So then I just paid for all my house, and here it is. And here we go into the actual speed build. This part is from the stream where I did all of the exterior, aside from some hats, because I realized I haven't really bought that many clothing items on this island. So my lovely friends on the stream sent me a bunch of awesome hats. Thank you so much, you guys. Okay, at this point I should explain what I was trying to do a little bit. I thought of putting the Able sisters as a sort of like an extension to the house. I was originally going to change the colours to a sort of red and green because that's what the original Sophie's hat shop looks like. The rest of the town looks more traditionally sort of European, British, I don't know, German? I don't know, basically European style in a sort of semi-fantasy world, like this house looks now. But her hat shop is like green and red. Anyway, so I decided to just go for a looser interpretation and use this, and I realized that you can't put the Able sisters like right next to the house, so I just think it would have looked a bit strange. So yeah, this is what we ended up with. It's gonna kind of have a similar sort of structure. I did some terraforming back here as the Kiki's bakery. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it right here. And yeah, it's just, I wanted to extend it across, and I don't really have too many like stone custom designs, so I used the same one I used for my Spirited Away onsen build. I might decide to change it at a later date, but we'll see. And yep, let's move up to the second floor. And I did a bunch of different kind of designs. This is all during a stream where we were all discussing what would look best, and yeah, I at first was thinking of it sort of being similar to the other build I did. Oh my god, what's it called? Kiki's Bakery. I got there. Anyway, so it was quite straight, but maybe like with an extra level, because the whole of Howl's Moving Castle's sort of buildings are all big and grand and exciting, so that's what I did at first, as you can see here. But in the end, I didn't quite like the design. I don't hate it, but it just didn't feel quite right. So instead, I decided to make it still 3 floors, but have it at a more of an angle. Like, so we've got different tiers. I don't know how to explain this better. And I, of course, gave myself a little chimney. Oh, and I forgot to put the flooring down. So, of course, I've got to put the floor down quickly and redo everything I just did. I really like this Zen fence. I think it looks really good with so many different, like, cores. I don't know. I know that mine's a Japanese core, so I mean, it makes perfect sense to put it in a Japanese core. Anyway, yeah, basically, I liked how this looked instead. And here we start to do the front of the house. I get the proper simple panel. I will go and customize it instead of having the other one that was wrong. I add this, is it not festival, it's Christmas gifts there, but I absolutely love is it an elegant color? I think that's what it's called. Anyway, and I'm also using this green and white design that already comes with the stall itself, because I think it's really cute and it doesn't take up another custom design space. And yeah, I decided to do a sort of like kind of blend of both the hat store, like because the hat store in Howl's Moving Castle doesn't have any hats outside, but I thought this would like put this together with the courtyard that they have inside of Sophie's hat house when Howl buys the hat shop and he changes it all with magic, etc, etc. Here we add some soot sprites in a little crate, and I kept like deciding on what to have out the front, whether to have this like fence, which actually, looking back at it, I quite like. Maybe I'll put it back there, I don't know. I got this cute little autumn item because I just felt like it went with the aesthetics of the browns. And in the end, these were the only hats I had. I really didn't have very many fancy hats, but yeah, I ended up with these, but I think later I changed. And of course, I always have to get out an umbrella before I actually put it down, because it's just a rite of passage, you know? Or it's just because I always flub buttons. You guys decide which one it is. And finally I add Sophie and Howl out the front. And then we move to the inside. So this is my other character that you've seen progress before to his training montage. And again, I did all of this in stream before, not this version, but we decided on all of the different what's it called? Wallpapers and everything together, but I did it all in halves so it was easier. Then I went and bought a bunch of the items and yeah, took things out of storage and things like that. We decided, because it's actually quite gaudy inside, it's quite fancy but gaudy. I'll show a picture now. And yeah, so it's a mixture of sort of antique items and like dark brown items, and it's very pink with green walls, or is it reversed? I can't remember. Anyway, it's green and pink, very clashing colors but very fancy, and there are bits of golds everywhere and browns. So I basically take inspo from that but change it a little bit to make it a bit more my aesthetics. But yeah, we're using the elegant tea room, is that what it is? The green tea room wallpaper and the floral floors. And yeah, lots of different browns and greens and golds. I'm just deciding on where to put everything, because I did change it a little bit from stream and added a few couple of things. Yes, that makes sense, Maury, that makes sense. Anyway, and I wanted to put the spinning wheel just as a sort of like homage to it being like a place where clothes are made. And I didn't particularly want the windows on the walls because again, it's quite a dark and dingy kind of room, kind of magical dingy, I don't know. Anyway, there's no real side windows, so I wanted to cover at least one of them up with the bookcases, as you can see there. I did keep the other one in the end because I wanted to put more things on the wall, which you will see a little bit later, because I always leave that till the last minute. I don't know why. Is it because I don't like doing it? Maybe. But yeah, look, we've got some fancy hats here sent to me by the lovely Koi. Thank you so much, Koi. And yeah, so here is where I'm making some of the final arrangements on the floor, and we move on to my dreaded the walls, which like just makes a space. Honestly, what you put on the wall changes everything about, at least to me, it changes everything about a room. It's actually been a long time since I've done an interior. I can't remember the last interior I've done. If you guys can remember, let me know. But yeah, I wanted, again, lots of browns and golds, and I wanted to put flowers everywhere so that it would match the floor. And of course, hats, because there are hats everywhere in this shop. And yeah, just moving a couple more things around until I'm happy. It's tough when there's like quite a big gap, but you can't put anything there. It's like a 1.5 area? I don't know how to explain. Oh, and here is where I start with my other hated thing about doing interiors, rugs. So I tried some browns just to sort of like make it a little bit more simple. I wanted something a bit plain. I quite liked the look of that. And I wanted to put more hats. And yeah, I play with the hats for a long time. The hats are important to this build, like at least that's the case here. And yet more hats on the walls. I wanted to do similar designs on the walls because I thought then otherwise it would become a bit crowded. I thought that it would be nice to do some similar colours, some similar styles, and yeah, I just was playing around with what I could put where. And I go a bit overboard here, and then I take it back a little bit. And then I decide, let's put them over here. Or not. Honestly, this process took me so long. I missed you guys from the stream, because at this point this was me doing it on my own. I add some more, again, floral things, and more hats, and then some art, because I felt that, again, like sort of golded, rimmed art pieces would go with the general style of the area. I added some wreaths, which in the end I don't end up keeping, especially not in that area. Just sort of like, they're just to add some colour because of how colourful the room is. And here, more art. I had a real struggle with the doorways. I just really didn't know what to put above or below below. You can't put below a doorway. Yeah, anyway, above the doorways. I didn't know what to put there, so I put the art there. But I end up like just messing around a lot. And here comes more rug play. That sounds dirty. Why did I say that? Anyway. Yeah, I really liked that green rug, but it covered up too much of the floor, which I really felt like suited it. And I ended up really liking this wedding floor. But why, oh why does it not fit 3 squares wide? It just has this awkward edge. Again, I'm trying to put that rug in a lot, and then I try with this again to sort of brighten it up and sort of make it a little bit more cluttered, which I think is what this room is. This was too red. I preferred the sunflower out of either of them, even though it was more at odds with the design. Just adding a couple more things to the walls, replacing stuff. I really like the wedding items for this build. I felt like it would really fit in. But yeah, this is me trying to fill that awkward void. If you guys have a suggestion, please let me know. And here we have the final build! Yay! I really like how this one turned out as well. Both of these two houses I've really enjoyed doing, and they are sort of a mirror of each other, but yeah, I'm really, really excited to continue doing my town area from now on. It's just, yeah, I'm super excited. And in we go. I do warn you, it's been a couple of weeks, so there might be, yep. Hello, Mr. Roach. Goodbye, Mr. Roach. Anyway, this is what I've done. This is it. I might change that harp. I think it's the wrong wood tone, but anyway, I really, really like how it's turned out. I can't wait to do the rest of the house. That'll be another video at some point. I think I'll do the rest of the house in one video, or maybe it'll just be a surprise for my D8. Let me know if you want to see me decorate more interiors. I would really like to know. Yeah, so I will be doing like Sophie's hat room where she actually makes the hats. I'll be doing Howl's room. I'll be doing like Calcifer's room. I'll be doing... What was the final one? There's another one. I have an idea. I'll add it. Editor me will add it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. It's been a really great fun video for me. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, feel free to hit that like button, and if you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. There's only good times here. Thank you so much to all my members. I really appreciate your support. It really helps out the channel. Here are my golden tea leaves, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!